Hello, welcome back to Nimi's garden. Unfortunately in the last video, my mic got cut off in the middle of recording, which means that we didn't actually, or you guys didn't actually see how I, solved my way through these three puzzles over here. So I guess I might as well just start trying to resolve them to show you guys what the thought process actually was. Now for this level, we have trees that melt both Stump and Nimi. We want to get over here. So basically what we want to do is want to make it so that this tree goes away, right? I tried pushing the tree, it doesn't work. And so one way to do it is to have tree become Stump. It can't be, it could also be Nimi, but it's a bit hard to do that. Because the only way to make tree is something is to have not Nimi be word. And that actually in fact turns it turns both trees and Stump into words. So actually it feels more correct to say that tree will become Stump, and so it's actually not that challenging. All I need to do is set this up over here. There's an is text down here which you can use. Tree is Stump, and because Stump is nothing, we can just walk through it and win. Alright, well, next up we have Poisonous Orchard, which is a variant of this level. Poisonous is orchard, so fruit is hot and fruit, so now we can't turn fruit into... Are you hearing that? There's motorcycles. Alright, anyway, so same thing here, fruit is hot and fruit. The only issue is that we don't have we don't have another object anymore, and we can't turn fruit into anything. So the idea for this is actually to make, we again want fruit to go away, but since fruit stays as fruit, the only way to make it go away is by making fruit is not fruit, which is a little trick that we learned in, it's a really special moment in Baba Is You where you learn blank is not blank is a very special rule that you can have. It completely overrides this rule. So to do that, we definitely need an apple to be isolated from the rest of the stuff here. And so I can do that by saying not Nimi is push. This allows me to obtain a single apple. But a single apple is all we need. We can now set up, something is not something. So apple is not apple. I can also put a Nimi here to say not Nimi is word. And this should kill all the apples. There we go. Right, so it took me a while to figure out those two levels when I first looked at them, but now that I do it, it should not be that hard. This level has a clue in it. And the original way to win is not that challenging. The original way to win is to push a win through, which you can do by having Nimi be float. And having win be push. Right. So by doing this, I can now have that occur. I also want to break the text Nimi is float, and that is because when I'm here, the flag is not float. So by being float, I cannot actually win on the flag. I also need a piece of is text to fill flag is win, which I can obtain from here. So what I do want to do is I want to make wind teleport somehow. Okay, I gotta set the wind up in a proper spot. How about here? I have wind teleport from this is from here to here. And so while we're starting with float, I can make wind is teleport, right? Now the only issue is that this does it immediately, which I don't want it to do. To stop that, I can do idle wind is teleport, which means the teleport rule only occurs when I idle and not move at all. Otherwise this statement stays, and so now what I do is I cross the river, idle, and the is text is here for me to win. The way to reveal a clue is a little bit more challenging. It did involve a lot of stuff. Specifically, it involved me converting Nimi is you into Wind is you, because I want two characters. We need two characters to split clue and reveal apart, one on either side of the text. And so this is actually perfect for us to do. We can do this. We can set up wind such that you know, we can teleport those two. So this happens, and now wind is me. Obviously, I also want wind to be float, so I can get over the water. And you know, this is actually just enough for us to reveal the clue. And of course, you guys saw the clue before, but I will show it again. There it is. And I did clear out a bunch of stuff, but honestly, I can do it again. Alright, Nimi is a bit in the way. I am not bothering to get Nimi out of the way. But here you go, this is the clue. It's a very backbone-like structure. Ribcage-like structure. But yeah, that's how you finish this second level over here. Alright, so those are the levels I solved while I was muted. We can continue solving the levels we haven't seen yet. This is level 3, Relocate. So, venturing to new territory here. We are still working with base game text. So, Nimi is you. I can change it to be water is you. I don't think there's an issue with that. Which is a little weird. Water and Nimi are interchangeable because there is nothing outside that would change how this works. Now, fire is shut and not open. But fire is safe here, so we need to find some way to break this fire is safe before opening it. Alright, so why not I start by doing something like... Right, because once I start doing something like this, I could make Nimi is you, but I can't get back because fire is still defeat. Right. So I gotta do more. Well, fire is still, so I can't make it push. And fire is fire, so no transformations. I assume this room exists for us to break fire is safe. Like, that doesn't feel like there's any other way I could do this. I could also convert both of them to the same item. Is that important? Yeah, maybe. Why don't I do something like this? I do that. Ah, but I'm losing an object. I can't do that because now what is going to be open? If it was water, there's only one of me. Well, that's fine because I can place the safe text. I can use that as a piece of buffer text. So now you can stay there. I can retrieve this piece of text here. And now in actuality, what I could do is I could use the push text as a piece of buffer to get save text flipped down here. Now this push text is the one that's getting stuck, but that's fine because all I need to do is to say water is safe, and I think that should be it. Wait, what? Oh, flag is win and weak. Well, that's fine. I have two of these guys. I can make water is open. That's good. Because I have two of them, I can sacrifice one. And now we have nothing stopping us from making flag is weak here. Flag is safe, sorry. Alright. Yeah, I was wondering, like, that felt like cheese because I didn't use open, like, for its intended purpose at all. But no, we're good. We're good. Right, that was fun. I'm sorry, I can hear this like background noise. Right, here we have Swift Lockpick. Whoa. Oh, wind fear Nimi. So here wind fears Nimi, so wind moves away from me. Breaking Nimi is still allows me to move. Okay. Now we don't have push, but by using fear, I can manipulate wind to move around as I please. It's also good because I can stack them together. Make this very curly object here. What is our goal? Goal is the flag, obviously. Door feeling open, make wall, and door feeling shut, make wall. So door here cannot be open or shut because either way it would form a wall which prevents us from going through. Now how would that... door is door, I assume it is. So what properties do I want it to be then? Can it be you, maybe? Text on text is weak, so stacking is not allowed. because stacking would kill the text on it. Can I do this? I can, so I can technically move all this around. How is this helpful? I can't sort of push this up, can I? No. In fact, what can door even be? It could be you, it could be still. It can't fear anything because of the is here blocking the way. We also have something being shift. Right, and it is stop, which is what is blocking us in the first place. We have still. Why is still useful? No idea. Door is door, so door can't turn into anything. I mean, the level would be trivial otherwise. The only thing I can see right now is door is still. How is that useful? Or door is you, but how do I get that to work? How do I make door is you? Door is still. Door is still? I mean, that shouldn't affect anything here. Yeah, you still make wall. Oh, I see. What if I set you to be open and shut at the same time? Then you kill yourself before you make wall, right? Because if I set you first, oh, you make wall immediately. Well, hopefully order of operations dictates that, you know, open and shut occurs before making something. Right, so now how do we make that happen? Well, I could shift Nimi. Or I could make Nimi fear me first. I think that's a better thing I could do. Right, but now the issue is how do I... Well, it's fine actually. I can just make wind is shift. I don't see what the issue is here. Wait a minute, I really don't see what the issue is here. Because I could, you know, I could do this and shift you over there. Oh, but now Nimi is not shift. Well, what I could do is I could have one of you guys stay here, the other one I push things up. Right. Is this good? No, because by moving out here I immediately just lose. Well, I think that's fine though, because what I could do is I could set up Nimi to be still. So what I could do is I could, you know, set a statement up like this so that if I offset you at the right interval, so let me just quickly set that up. I can do, no, this is not far enough. I gotta be even further away. Maybe like this? No, even further. Alright, hopefully this isn't too jank. But I can do this. That's the issue. It's like, how do I... Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. I can actually do it the other way around. I can push something in this way. So again, we need to get the right interval down. I think that's why this nook is over here. So it's just allow me to spread these guys apart. Now I gotta set you guys to the same, to a certain vertical offset. Is this good? Yes, there you go. Now Nimi is still and it stays there. Oof, this doesn't feel right though. By doing this, Nimi just works. I can make Nimi shift. But the issue is, how do I get another piece of text in at the same time? Don't I need wind to be in two different directions? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. So, here's a question. Does wind change direction if I stand on it and then make it fear me? So something like... this, yeah, it does nothing, right? It's only when I move off it to the side. Oh, whoops. Wrong statement. So let me just set this up. So what happens here? Do you change direction? No. It's only when I move over that you actually move around with me. So maybe what I meant to do is sort of set it up such that I can first shift this entire statement down. We have wind over here. Okay, is this efficient? I don't know, but it just gives us space to work with. Okay. Now, wind can fear Nimi. I do want something special to happen. I want them to face different directions in here, right? So one of them, you know, can do the usual stuff. The other can do the... Actually, I think this just works. This is actually really well set up. Even though they're facing different directions, once I make them still, that happens. Oh, the only issue is now when I leave, it starts turning backwards. So how do I fix that? Well, something I could do is, before doing whatever this is, set this up first. I'm gonna make Nimi you in this exact row. Because what I want to happen is no stacking. Is I want to be able to break Wind Fear Nimi while up there in this chamber. And I can do that with a piece of buffer text. Okay. Sorry, I might need this to be a vertical statement, so if you guys would just like to come out again and help me out here. I want you to be a vertical statement. I want Nimi as you to be vertical. I'm sorry if I'm not really saying anything right now. It's a bit of hopefully this all makes sense eventually. So vertical statement like so. And then I want the U to be all the way over here. So I can make Wind Fear Nimi as in this area, this statement like so, which gives me enough space to enter the chamber and still get out. Whoa, what did I do? How am I have 3 winds? Right, because Nimi's wind. Alright, so let's set that up. So set this up, break wind is you. Now we can have Wind Fear Nimi. Ooh, but we need 2 of them. How do we get the other one in? Oh, do I have to make it before? Wait, how do I make it before? It's like if I did it that way, it'd be way harder to work with. Hold on. Yeah, before we do this, I need to have one stuck here first. It's like, hopefully, you know, hopefully this isn't like cheese or anything. It is pretty finicky though, so I will say it could definitely be just cheese. Alright, I want this to happen, but I want the wind to be in a different spot. I want the wind to be slightly over, so I want wind to do something like this. So let's do that. Perfect. Now I can break this. I hope this works. I don't think it does, honestly. Like, look at that. Oh wow, it works. Alright, awesome. That is all I need. Okay, definitely not something I assume is intended, but I will take it. Okay, now we need to make wind still. Oh, and before we do all this winding around, let me get you out here. I do need a piece of buffer text, so I can break Wind Fear Nimi while I'm inside the chamber. So now with this, I can do all of this stuff. I can push you down. Oh, that is a horrible consequence of what I used to cheese. I cheese this by, yes, because fear still occurs before the text breaks. Before the text break, it still has one final time to occur. Crap, okay, this is not working out at all. Restart is probably just good here. Now, there must be a better way to do this. Kind of like wind, fear, wind. Oh, wind, fear, wind! That's it! I was like, why is there two wind text? Of course, it's because wind has to fear wind. That would make them face away from each other. Ah, that's so smart now you think about it. Alright, so let's try and get you guys out of the way. This is really bad. I don't know why the other wind is stuck in there. Alright, let me get you out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? How is there this much jank in this level? Okay, we should be good. There you go. No, that one's stuck against the wall. We don't want that. Is this good enough? This is probably good enough. Okay. I wanted the winds to face away from each other, which makes wind, fear, wind the perfect candidate for what I'm supposed to do. So by doing this... No, I need to make them still as well. Right. Because then they won't move away from each other. There you go. Now I can make wind a shift. And then I can set you all up. Well, I don't want you to do that. I don't want wind to shift just yet. I want to put the text in first so that it occurs at the same time. And hopefully, by doing this, yeah, it kills the thing before a wall can be made. Wow, that was like several epiphanies at once. Most of these levels are several epiphanies at once. Alright, one-way ticket. Let's see. Nimi, zoo, and weak. Text is float. Cloud is push. If cloud is float, it does not kill me, I hope. Right. But... I can't tell you because that kills me because I'm weak. That also kills me. Alright. How do I get anything through? Can I have cloud be tele converted to cloud is float? So if I did something like this, would this tele me? No. As expected, it doesn't tele me. If it did, I would tele here and then the cloud would be float, which doesn't kill me, which would be nice, but no. I can also push. What is the point of pushing the cloud? Like, where would this cloud be in a good spot? I want to say it's something to do with this wind text up here. Maybe not though. Right, because cloud can't be push and tele, can't be float and tele at the same time. So I assume that means cloud can never teleport text. Where should I push this cloud? I mean, it can tele anything actually. So if I wanted to use this random piece of grass here, I probably can. I don't know why that's useful. Because now I can actually get the cloud out of the way. And I wouldn't assume that that's what I need to do anyway. Do I want to somehow break weak? Or can I have cloud somehow be both float and tele at once? Like that? No. It doesn't make it both. Because I I don't know what I'm thinking. But no, I don't think so. I mean, Nimi can be something, right? Nimi can be float. Hold on. Yeah, Nimi can be float. It can be float and then it can be stop floating. Now that doesn't help us with anything though, because I assume tele doesn't occur, when the two layers are not the same, even when... Yeah. On the plus side, I can now walk on things. But how is this useful? It really looks like this fence is set up for this to occur. I don't see how Nimi being tele or push helps, so it should have to be Nimi's float. Maybe what I do is I set the cloud up here so I can push here, make Nimi's float, but still tele over before that happens. Yeah, so we're working with like... Alright, let's start with pushing the float over here first so I don't have to do this. Actually no, I think it doesn't matter. I just push text here. That should be fine. Alright, and then I can make cloud as tele. And hopefully this tellies me. It does, nice. Alright, and I think we're done. We just got to use this final piece of text to get everything through. Awesome. I think all of these levels are trying to showcase, like... I'm pretty sure all these levels are trying to showcase some form of order of operations nonsense. Or like the way, the order in which things are... Oh, stable. Like the order in which... each statement is read by the game affects how the game works. And I think this level is trying to showcase that. Fruit is float and stable. Can make you no longer stable. I can make anything stable here. We only have one of each item. Although I guess we can convert stuff into other stuff. Now I need to go over here and push Nimi's wind upwards. So I just need to get past the fire. Fire is still. Can I push stuff over? I can. Like that. That does kill something. I can now convert them. And what is the trick? What is the issue? Is that I cannot do the same trick as I did before. That's the issue. The trick I did before involved you doing... I assume these don't cause... Oh, not float. I assume these don't cause a teleportation between each other. No, they are both tele, but they have to be the same object to be tele. Like if it's this happened, you hear the teleportation sound, before death. But if they're different objects, they don't teleport to each other. Which makes a bit of sense. It makes sense. Now, fruit is floating. How can I use that? How can I use stable as well? If fruit... Well, if I make rock is push and then stable... Sorry, I gotta make you push at the same time. So something like this. So you're now push. It's got to be something to do with what I did in the previous level, where I teleported myself and then made myself float immediately after. Although, how do I make myself float? I can't do that. I can make the objects float though, that really won't kill me. But I assume if I made it so that... If I made it so I did this, and then I did something like, something like this, that just wouldn't even work. Right, so what if I did something that looked like... that's not a good idea. Oh, that kill... Oh... Text is weak. Alright, this is another issue. It's like, what if I, you know, tried something and then it turns out that something doesn't actually work? There's no point having fruit be pushed because it's against the wall here, or a fence. Can push something down using a piece of text which will be killed. Stable is used here somehow. I don't see how though. Like, okay, suppose I say fruit is float and fruit is stable. Right, that doesn't happen because of the stable. Fruit cannot become anything once it's stable. Well, I turned rock into fruit. Now, oh, hold on. Something's happening. I can make it so that one is float and one isn't. Whoa, hold on. Look at that. So, if I did this, I have to break stable first. But if I did this, and then I form stable, this one over here is float. I can now remove float. Now if I made the rock a fruit, this one is not float, but this one is. Therefore, by making fruit is telly, now how does this affect things? You are not float, so you telly. Oh, but you don't telly. Oh, because you're stable, you don't gain the telly. Okay, question. What if I made you... it's very hard to do that. Alright, let's start by... I need both of you to be telly or something. I need fruit to be... Yeah, I think I see the sort of idea where they want me to create two objects, but both of them have different properties. So I can make fruit is telly first, and then telly and float, and then be stable. So now it is telly and float. Now I turn rock into a fruit, which now will no longer possess any of those properties. What if I said stable and telly then? You are telly and then float. Now what does this do? Yeah, I expected that to happen. Okay, that is what I should do. Alright, I have an idea now. Now I basically do the exact same but on the opposite because I want this one to be the one I go into. So I start with the fruit and then the rock. Okay, so what I do is I sacrifice the push text. Everything else needs to be preserved. Sacrificing the push text should not be too hard though. Boom. Right, so let's start with this one. Needs to be one that's float. So we'll start with rock is stable and telly and float. Don't do that. So we do this, we stabilize you, perfect. Now we make fruit is rock, which is now stable and telly. Now you are telly, but you're also float, which means I can do this. Hey, that's so cool. That's such a cool trick. Oh, that was very satisfying to solve. Alright, how long have we been doing this? 34 minutes. I think we have time for one more. Or two more maybe. Alright, let's go for level 6, Feeble. Right, right means I create the text. So fruit right tree means you become tree text. Correct. And tree right fruit is not available here because tree is tree, so it does not transform. This is the tree over here, which is bad because I'm weak, so I can't stand on it. Rock is push. Now, how do I can make trees weak, right? I can do something like this. Oh, whoopsies. And then I can say, you know, rock right tree. The issue is that this still kills me. It kills both of us because both of us are weak. And apparently a weak force plus a weak force means both die. How do I prevent that? Having Nimi be something else, so having this occur is not useful because we don't want Nimi to transform, and Nimi being pushed is kinda useless. Okay. There is a lot of space to push stuff out in though, so I don't know what else I can do here. What's interesting is that this is the last step. We need to do something here first. Which means for some reason I can cross horizontally but not turn. For some reason. Why? Or like how? Maybe I can turn you into Nimi? That's how we use the apple? Fruit? What the heck am I saying? But I need another is for that to work. Which can happen. Right, I can do something like this. Oh, do you see that lag? That was so much lag. But we obviously need to push rock the right way. So I think I want to rock the right fruit. But I want to say fruit is Nimi. Yeah, fruit is Nimi here. And then I write tree. Okay, and then this Nimi can kill this tree. Okay, awesome. We have an idea. Let's see if we can work towards that. Let's start by removing you and stacking you on here. Now I can write fruit is Nimi. Whoa, wait, did I make fruit as tree accidentally? Oh, I somehow did. That's weird. Okay. Now I just want to very quickly be able to, you know. The issue with me turning to Nimi first is that I can't walk up here without killing my... Oh, I can, like just barely actually. So I can now kill you. Okay. Well, I guess that's convenient. It barely worked out. Awesome. Alright, well that didn't take too long. Let's keep going. Welcome back. Oh no, revert. I don't like this one. Revert was a very weird piece of text. So let's say how reverse works is, let's say I make rock a piece of text. Right, now it's a piece of text. Now when I make text is revert, this text was once a piece of rock. So by text is revert, turns it back. And this somehow allows me to get past the fence here to win. I also have near, which is just a, a condition that requires you to be, either either orthogonally or diagonally adjacent to the other object. Rock can be pushed, but why do I need rock to be pushed? This is also a valid way to write that. And I feel like rock can't really be anything but text. It goes to be Nimi, I guess. And I could make Nimi's revert to give a rock back to us. No, something's up here. It has to be this fence is stop thing. Has to be. That's the only reason why it's open to us, right? And like that's basically the most commonly thought way to get through this fence is to just destroy this itself. So maybe I do text near rock be something. Yeah, text near rock is something. Oh, I see. Hold on. Wait, no, this doesn't work. I want to say text is rock is text. But that just turns everything into rock text. Let's say... See, because what I want to do is I want to do this. I want to have to say something like text near rock is something, which affects this. But I can't make it like Nimi, we don't have enough space. Text near rock is text doesn't do anything because it just says it stays as what it is. And then text near text is rock just kills everything. It just kills this statement which I don't want. Revert doesn't do anything because this text wasn't something originally. And in fact, revert is actually converting the object back into its base state. So if you turn a rock into something and then something else and then turn that object into revert, you just get rock back. You don't get the, you know, the intermediate product. So how does this do anything? This being exposed tells us that we probably also want to do something here. I can do text near Nimi is something. No, Nimi near something is something. Well, you know what I could do? I could do Nimi near rock is text and then text is revert. That allows me to alternate between text and not text. So I can do something like this, and this lets me get in here, even though I could already get in here. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I can become Nimi text. So could I then say text near rock is Nimi by doing this? That would require rock to be here though, to affect this at all. And the issue is that once I'm in here, I can't really make, you know, a statement end with Nimi. That's definitely really cursed though. It is something I could work with. I mean, I could also do Nimi's text and text is revert. This really just alternates me. So this just does this. Maybe I could... Yeah, maybe I could do text near rock is something. Or... I could turn Nimi into something else. So yeah, hold on. Wait, I can do something like this. So by doing this, I can now make Nimi... Oh, I can't, because I don't have a Nimi. And like being my normal self doesn't make the statement, but being my text self doesn't give me an object to turn into rock. What if I did something like this? Oh, whoa, what is that? Right, see, so rock becomes Nimi, Nimi becomes text. Text is revert, but it doesn't go back to being Nimi, it goes back to being rock. That could be useful. I could now say text near blank is Nimi. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. So I gotta try really hard to... Alright. Right, yeah, that kills me. So I gotta get rock to move away first. But you see what I'm going for though, right? You see the thing I'm going for? Alright. This is a horrible idea. I gotta set you to do something further away first. Alright. Let's see, what about this? You're a little off. Oh, because near. Alright, hold on, let me get you out of the way. So I can do this. Alright, there you are. Now I can do everything I was been doing before. There you go. Alright. Jeez, that was a journey and a half. Oh, taxes revert. Okay, I don't want that. So, oh, that is an issue. What if I did something like this? That does break it. Hey. Alright, well, congrats to this mod's first extremely jank level. It's even worse than the rest of them. Yeah, this one just makes me want to like laugh at it. Alright, well, I think I've been on this for long enough. I will try the next 2 levels next time. Yeah, and hopefully finish this world by then. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.